Our topic for today is Workplace Hazard Mapping and TLB Monitoring Plan for Electrical and Electronic Workplace. Good day everyone! Ako si Christopher Guban Jr. at ang i-report ko ngayon ay tungkol sa ginawa kong Workplace Hazard Mapping and TLB Monitoring Plan na nakatuon sa isang soldering workstation sa Electronics Laboratory. I-explain ko yung mga laman niya para mas maintindihan natin.
Daw tayo sa introduction. A soldering workstation in the electronic lab was selected as the working area for this activity. This place is mainly devoted to the fixing, making, and testing of electronic circuits. A soldering iron, soldering stand, fume extractor, hand tools, and a workbench are typically components of this area. Soldering small components and connecting wires to circuit boards are the activities that require student focus and skill during laboratory work. Therefore, the area must have proper ventilation, good organization, and safety instructions to avoid any accident that may occur as a result of this. But the soldering station also poses other risks to the students like heat, fumes, electrical risk, and posture risk. They might at first glance be inconsequential, but if left unaddressed, might result in serious injury or permanent health consequences. The recognition of this risk through hazard mapping and TLB monitoring enables the students to learn how to manage and mitigate risk and work. This also fosters a culture of safety and sense of responsibility in the workplace of the lab.
So, explain natin. Ang napili kong workspace ay yung soldering station na ginagamit sa electronics lab. Dito ginagawa yung pag-aayos, paggagawa, at testing ng electronic circuit. May mga kagamitan dito na tulad ng soldering iron, soldering stand, and fume extractor, hand tools, and at workbench. Importante itong area kasi dito ginagawa ang students yung pag-solder ng small components at pagkabit ng wire sa circuit boards. Kailangan dito ng concentration at skill kaya dapat maayos ang environment, may maayos na ventilation, may maayos na gamit at may safety guidelines. Pero kahit common itong lugar, maraming hazard dito na pwedeng hindi agad mapansin, tulad ng init, usok, electrical risk, at posture problems. Kaya mahalaga yung hazard mapping at TLB monitoring para makita ng maaga yung risk at maiwasan ang injuries. Hindi lang ito tungkol sa compliance, tungkol ito sa culture of safety at pagiging responsable sa loob ng lab.
So, punta tayo sa workplace hazard mapping. Number 1, choose one area or workstation. Number 2, identify at least 5 hazards. Number 3, map hazard location on a floor plan or illustrated layouts. Number 4, use proper hazard symbols and legends. At ang napili ko ay soldering workstation. At ito ang identified hazards. Number 1, exposure to solder fumes, chemical hazard. Number 2, burns from hot soldering iron, physical hazard. Number 3, electrical shock from faulty tools, physical hazard. Number 4, eye strain from small component work, ergonomic hazard. Number 5, poor posture while soldering, ergonomic hazard. Ang nasa pinakagitna ay ang soldering workstation. Nakakonekta dito ang physical hazard, chemical hazard, at ergonomic hazard. Sa physical hazard, narito ang hot surface or soldering iron at electrical shock, power cord, or outlet. Sa chemical hazard naman, narito ang fumes or smoke. At sa ergonomic hazard naman po, narito ang eye strain at poor posture. At sa legend naman, ang symbol or color ng physical hazard ay yellow, at sa chemical hazard naman ay blue, at sa ergonomic hazard ay red. So sa TLB monitoring and risk control table naman, nag-identify ako ng 5 hazard. Gumamit ako ng table format na ito. Hazardous substance or condition, source, TLB monitoring method, potential health effect, recommended control. Number 1, solder fumes, lead or flux.
Source: soldering process. TLB monitoring method. Air sampling, ventilation check. Potential health effect: respiratory irritation, lead poisoning. Recommended control: use fume extractor or wear mask. Number 2. Hot soldering iron. Source: heating element. TLB monitoring method. Surface temperature check. Potential health effect: skin burns. Recommended control: use soldering stand and avoid touching tip. Number 3. Electrical shock. Source: faulty soldering iron or power cord. TLB monitoring method. Tool inspection. Potential health effect: electrical shock or injury. Recommended control: inspect tools regularly, use grounded outlets. Number 4. Eye strain. Source: prolonged close-up work. TLB monitoring method. Observation breaks. Potential health effect: blurred vision, headache. Recommended control: use magnifying lamp or rest eyes. Number 5. Poor posture. Source: prolonged sitting or bending. TLB monitoring method. Ergonomic observation. Potential health effect: back pain, fatigue. Recommended control: use adjustable chair or proper posture. Sa part na to, hindi lang basta tinutukoy yung hazard. Iniisa-isa ko rin kung saan sila nanggaling, ano yung epekto nila, paano sila i-monitor, at ano yung control measures. Yung soldering fumes, galing sa lead at lock at soldering process. Para ma-monitor, kailangan ng air sampling at ventilation check. Kung pababayaan yan, pwedeng mag-cause ng respiratory irritation at lead poisoning. Kaya ang control dyan ay face mask at paggamit ng floss extractor. Yung soldering iron naman, dahil mainit siya, pwedeng magdulot ng skin burn, kaya laging i-return sa stand at hindi hinahawakan yung tip. For electrical hazard, kailangan ng regular tool inspection or grounded outlet para maiwasan ang pagkakuryente. Sa eye strain, dahil sa close-up work, kailangan brake at magnifying lamp. Para sa posture issues naman, dapat adjustable yung chair at tama ang upo para maiwasan ang back pain. Dito may kita ang hindi lang dapat tinukoy yung hazard. Sinabayan din siya ng monitoring method at tamang control.
Safety protocol development. Number 1. Choose one identified hazard.
Number 2. Write a mock safety protocol using the 5 points template. Title: purpose, procedure, responsible person, and materials. Materials or signage.
So, ang title, Safe Use of Soldering Iron.
Purpose: to prevent burns, electrical shock, and other injuries during soldering activities. Procedures.
Number 1. Inspect soldering iron and record before use. Number 2.
Always return the iron to its stand when not in use. Number 3. Turn off and unplug the iron after work. Number 4. Avoid touching tip or metal parts. Number 5. Use fume extractor when soldering. Responsible person: laboratory instructor and students. Materials or signage: hot surface, warning sign, PPE checklist, fume extractor, and first aid kit. Ergonomic and ECC integration. Describe at least 2 ergonomic improvements that can be applied to your chosen workstation. State at least 1 ECC-related benefits or program applicable to your hazard scenario.
Ergonomic improvements. To make the soldering station more secure and comfortable, 2 extremely important advances in ergonomics can be made. First, the chair and workbench have to be positioned at the right height so that during soldering, the user's back does not get slouched.
This avoid back strain, soldering stiffness, and fatigue for extended period of use. Secondly, there should be sufficient
lighting, and the provision of a magnifying lamp to reduce eye strain that result from concentrating on extremely minute electronic components. This simple adjustment enable the students to work effectively and conveniently in the lab. By applying these ergonomic techniques, students are able to minimize excessive strain and improve concentration when carrying out soldering operations. Comfort and safety are directly related when the working space is well arranged. Student can create higher quality work and create good habits that can be applied within on-the-job settings. Sa ergonomic part naman, dalawang key improvements ang ginamit ko. Una, dapat tama ang height ng upuan at workbench para hindi nakayoko ang likod. Kapag tama ang posture, iwas sa back pain at fatigue kahit matagal nakaupo. Pangalawa, dapat may sapat na ilaw at magnifying lamp para hindi sumakit ang mata at hindi ma-strain habang nagtatrabaho sa maliliit na components. ECC-related benefit or program. The merging of ergonomics and safety addresses to electronics competency criteria or ECC by ensuring safe, effective, and responsible work practices in the lab. It guarantees that students learn not only technical competence but also discipline and workplace safety. ECC standards gives a safe and healthy working environment where productivity is increased and accidents are reduced. Through this exercise, the students realize that electronics professionalism is not technically know-how alone. It also entails installing right safety measures, handling equipment with care, and maintaining good health during work. These are practices that the ECC produce competent and safety-aware individuals in the electrical and electronic technology profession. Yung mga improvement na ito ay naka-align din sa ECC or Electronic Competency Criteria. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang technically skills ang natututunan, kundi pati workplace discipline, safety habits, at responsibility. Nakakatulong ito sa pagiging mas productive at mas safe sa lab. To sum up everything, from this task, I learned how to identify possible hazards in the soldering station and how to properly handle them. I was shown that safety is always the priority, particularly when using electrical equipment and materials that generate fumes and heat. Doing hazard mapping also helped me learn that small things such as having a fume extractor or using good posture can do a lot of contribute to make the workplace safe and comfortable for all. This task also made me understand the importance of keeping an eye on TLB and good ergonomics while in actual working environments. It demonstrated to me that safety precautions are not simple regulation but one personal habit as an example of electronics workers. As a prospective career, individual and presently a student, I will keep on practicing that aforementioned precautions to guard myself and others while doing tasks in the electronics sector. Ang natutunan ko dito ay kung gaano kahalaga ang hazard identification at TLB monitoring sa isang lugar na mukhang simple pero risky pala. Tulad ng soldering station, natutunan ko rin na ang safety hindi tungkol sa pagsunod sa rules. Dapat bahagi siya ng daily habit. Maliit na bagay tulad ng fume extractor, tamang postura at maayos na gamit, malaking tulong para maiwasan ang injuries at mapanatili ang healthy environment. Bilang estudyante at future electronic worker, dadalhin ko itong mga safety practices hindi lang sa school, kundi pati sa actual workplace. Maraming salamat po at iyan po ang kabuuan ng aking presentation.